I made a choice. I let the synths go free.
Why? Why would you do something?
It was the right thing to do, Sean.
There's no moral choice to be made here. This was such a simple task. I just don't understand. I know you're capable of handling yourself. How can I expect you to represent...
Sean, I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
I appreciate that. But this makes things difficult. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved, I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment.
Right.
Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the... I'd like you to... I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Let's get this Directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's... well, it's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Of course.
Really? Well, there's no shame in being out of the loop, as it were. The project has been classified for quite a long time. Power is... I'm not talking. With every advance, many compromises.
Compromises for the weak.
That is one perspective, yes. But I think we can agree that going forward, no one. Phase 3 is simply... it will ensure...
Nuclear power? That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Not in our hands. I assure you this is the answer. This is the future. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to fate, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo.
Right.
While I'm not over...
Yes, but...
This is not a met. Now,
I don't...
Dr. Holdren, as I'm sure, I'm sorry. Our best effort. I'm
What?
Can't be serious.
I'm sorry.
Why would you joke about this? It isn't funny.
Were it a joke, I'd agree it's in poor form. But I'm afraid it's not. We can talk more later. The Institute, to that end.
Oh, boy. You can't be serious!
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly...
Ignoring your... The Institute has... I believe my... This will conclude...
Right. I had no idea.
I know this is... Well, it's a lot. I'm sorry, Father.
I don't know if I'm right for this.
Well, I clearly have faith in you. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute... That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. There are hard decisions ahead.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the Facilities Division.
I would be happy to assist.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation.
I need some details here. I have no...
Of course. That's why we're talking. Recent events have... We're going to have to cut some... You're going to the mass...
Oh man, I have one of those, but it's in my other pants.
You wouldn't recognize one if it fell on your head.
No way. You're not going. You'd be a liability.
Well, that's about the most insulting thing I've heard in a while. Okay, you're on your own then. Good luck. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is, we don't want them getting the ad. Head on up to the relay, and they'll get you over...
My list of maintenance fixes keeps getting longer and longer.
Proctor Ingram, the Institute wants me to get something called a beryllium agitator from the ruins of mass fusion.
A beryllium agitator? I seem to remember reading an old technical document on those once, but I only thought they were theoretical. They must be pretty darn important if they're sending you to find one. You know, if we head over to mass fusion right now, we may be able to get the device before the Institute does. That's if you don't mind our company, of course.
Boss, I think we got it covered. No need for the egghead.
No way. You're staying here.
Hey, I might be walking around with metal rods shoved into my spine, but I can still take care of myself.
Forget it, Ingram. It's too dangerous.
Fine. Have it your way. I just hope you don't bring back a paperweight by mistake. Grab whatever gear you need and head up to the flight deck. But don't take too long. This could be your best chance at beating the Institute to the punch.
Proctor Ingram.
You need to get over to mass fusion as soon as you can.
Let Maxon's age fool you. He's a brilliant tactician. And
Carry food with you while you run the meetings.
Roger that, Scabbard. We have clearance for release. You might want to hang on, sir. The drop can be a little rough.
My daddy says your father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
Don't have the card. Key card. That'll come in handy. I don't see the beryllium agitator anywhere. They must have moved it.
Going down.
Business model. We team up something. Blow the conduit! Now! Clever way of making the power.
What was that?
Lost visual! Done!
My arm!
Don't do anything stupid.
Shoot to kill! Let's see if they left anything useful for us. That's not a good sound. Let's move it.
Going down.
Don't move.
False alarm, I guess.
Target located. Can't feel my...
Well, it looks pretty. I'll have to take your word on the rest.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
Got it.
Insert something Shakespearean involving death or inevitable doom.
They're cutting down our squad!
Elder!
Not gonna make it.
Wait,
No honor.
what was that?
We made that look easy.
Don't move!
Paranormal occurrence.
Yo, man.
Movement detected. Curious. Sustaining.
Stop right there!
Oh, liver, brother.
Days without massacring a bunch of things.
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Dr. Fillmore.
Well, I see you managed on your own. I won't lie. I was a little nervous. I'll make sure the agitator gets rid. I understand Father is anxious to get you involved in something else.
Sometimes I feel like people look at me for way too long. I don't like it.
Hi, Sean.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a lot of work. Are you excited or scared?
Right now, kid, I'm bored with this conversation. Come on.
Okay, maybe we could talk more later.
Hi, Sean.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a lot of work. Are you...
You heard that, did you? From who?
Oh, I heard Dr. Higgs saying that you weren't qualified, and we'd all be lucky if we lived another 2 years. He's so funny sometimes.
You look like you're keeping busy. What's new?
I learned how to take apart a biometric scanner, all by myself. Isn't that cool?
Hi, Sean.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like...
I'm excited, I guess.
Yeah, I think I would be too. Because then you could just tell everyone what to do. Like you can make Dr. Watson tell me all the secrets he's hiding. Or you could tell Quentin that he has to be nice to me from now on. That'd be neat.
Tell me some more about Father.
Father? He doesn't come to visit very much these days. And even when he does, he usually just talks to the other doctors.
Hi, Sean.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a...
Maybe a little scared. It's a very big responsibility.
Yeah. Father says that the Institute is the only hope for people left. And if you're in charge, that means that it's all your fault if something got messed up.
You seem like you're always in a good mood, kid.
Well, sure. Why wouldn't I be?
Have you seen my... Girls, I hope they're not getting into too much trouble.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Extra rest. Are there many more of these questions?
Okay. Any additional pain?
Not that I've noticed. I feel quite well.
Okay. How's your energy? Any fatigue?
No more than I expect from a man of my age.
I see.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. I think that will be all for now.
But I haven't quite finished.
I believe we're done now. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I understand mass fusion was a success, despite interference from the Brotherhood of Steel.
You wanted to see me?
I understand mass fusion was a success.
It would have been much quicker if they hadn't gotten in the way.
Yes, they are becoming a nuisance. The Brotherhood's intervention must be placed in a lot. Future conflict with them is guaranteed. It also cannot go unnoticed that there were. I, of course, never doubted your commitment to our cause. I'm proud of you, regardless. And look at me. Rambling on. I'm wasting time. You're needed.
I only just got back. Now what?
I understand. But this situation, I'm afraid, is something of your creation.
I've risked myself repeatedly for the Institute, and this is what I get? Whatever's happened, it's not my fault.
Calm down. Let me explain. While you were assisting Dr. Fillmore, a second team was sent out to... Apparently, there was some miscommunication, and this individual called for help, which arrived in the form of your Minutemen. My understanding is that no shots have been fired. I need you to go there and speak to your Minutemen gathered. Dr. Thompson is on site. I know you can resolve.
They'll listen to me.
Believe me.
Son.
Someday, Father.
This will all be yours. Take good care of yourself, and you won't have to see too much of me.
The commissary is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
For goodness sake, be reasonable. I know you...
What's going on?
What's the use? Dr. Higgs, they've taken control.
I'm sure they'll calm down in time.
I know these men.
Sure. Maybe I can reason.
I believe I can unlock them. From there, you should be able to communicate. If you can't reason, that should give you some options.
No way to pick this.
Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
I thought I heard something. Made it past the guards, Impressive.
Excuse me, Doctor.
If you've come to change our minds, then you're with...
I know you're angry, but there's...
Oh, you're wrong.
Sure.
Let's see if anyone can...
Father believes in me.
How could you hope to lead us when you... I'm sure you mean...
Maybe, maybe not.
I'm sorry, but...
Can't you at least give me a chance?
A chance? What do you think, Max?
Even the most fastidious researcher must sometimes take a leap of faith. I say let's give it a try.
Very well, then. Open the door, and let's return to the fold.
Since abort command override and resume normal function. You have a lot to learn if you're really going to be the next director.
Bravo. I admit, I was fearing for the worst.
Uh-huh. I'm just glad they listened to reason.
Indeed. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of...
There's no need to drag this out. I believe they learned their lesson.
Your compassion and understanding speak well of you. I'll take that holotape back. I also wanted to offer you something as a more personal... I know that your work often takes you to the surface. I gathered these items to...
General,
What's going on here?
you're an unexpected surprise. These Institute bastards, we don't know quite what we're up to.
You've done good work.
Thank you. Sir, so, how do you want to play this? But then we realized we probably ought to storm the place to make sure they can't disappear. That makes sense, right?
No one is gonna do anything.
If we don't do something, are you gonna order the...
Mm-hmm. This whole thing is just...
A misunderstanding.
You don't have all the information.
There's a lot of delicate things at play here. You'd better be right. If you're not, I'll have my men stand down.
We've been making the rounds, doing the job. It's time you learn the big secret. Everyone thinks that Desdemona is the big boss. She calls the ops, gives the rah-rah speeches, but it's just an act. She does what I tell her to because the railroad, it's my show. It's been that way since I founded it.
You? You founded the railroad?
Sure. Me and Johnny D. and Watts. Hell, that was over 60, 70 years ago. After a while, you lose count. I tell everyone I get the occasional face change to stay anonymous. Truth is, it takes a lot of work to keep this mug handsome. We've come a long way since the beginning. We've done a lot of good, saved a lot of synths. But we're about more than that. We are the last and only line of defense between the Institute and the Commonwealth. Hell, maybe even the world.
You've lied to me at least once. This is just more of the same.
Yeah, you got me. But you're gonna hear the same sort of lies elsewhere. There's other organizations out there, and in time, I'm sure they're gonna spoon-feed you their own patented form of bullshit. Ignore the verbiage and look at what they're doing, what they're asking you to do, what sort of world they'd have you build, and how they're gonna pay for it.
So what do you think of the other groups out there?
Love the job you're doing with the Minutemen. Historically, they've been little better than policemen, though. The Brotherhood. Well, I met them on an op in Capital Wasteland a few years back. But now with Elder Maxon, let's just say, not a fan. And the Institute? Well, do I really need to answer that? But what I think doesn't matter. The real question is, what do you think? And at the end of the day, you'll need to make a choice. Make it the right one.
Hey.
What you need? Yeah, boss. What is it?
I wanted to make sure things were okay between you and me.
You and me are just fine. Not many people are in my good book. Well, it's more like a pamphlet, really.
That was it.
Another time.
Yes?
Thank God you're here. I was starting to worry we might not make it.
Everything's taken care of. You're safe.
Good. Good.
The Minutemen were only doing what they felt was right.
Well, from here it looked like they were out for blood. And if you hadn't arrived, I think they might have gone. Can we just get on with it? I know he's potent.
Far as I can tell, you were only in harm's way because you screwed this up.
Look, I had the same intelligence reports as everyone else.
Just own up to your part of the blame, pal.
I know they've been keeping an eye on him for years. Not sure how they originally found him, but once they realized how smart he was, I think they even fed him scientific... Let's just get Walt.
What do you mean, get Wallace? You don't have him already?
I know. There's just... well, there's a slight... I was thinking...
Uh-huh. I guess I'll have to, since you're useless.
I think that's a little unfair.
Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you? Are you a robot?
Don't be ridiculous. Of course I'm not a robot.
That's exactly what a robot would say. I've heard all the stories. I know exactly what happened.
Just shut up and listen to me. We're not here to hurt you.
Okay, all right. What do you want from me? Why are you here?
Sure. I can't tell you what it's about, but it's important.
Look, I'm really not comfortable with anything that's happening.
Uh-huh.
The Institute has an engineering prompt. In exchange for
whatever
you'd be safe.
This is an opportunity you will never...
Don't call me stupid. Okay.
I'm looking forward to working for you, future director. Okay. Thanks.
Oh, screw you. There are plenty of things I'd rather have done than come fix your mess.
Wow. Okay. Message received. I'll see you back in the Institute.
From what I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back. Where it belongs.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence. There you are. I cannot express. Our new guest is familiarizing himself. With his help, Phase 3 will be ready in no time.
Well, maybe it's because I'm the only one who seems to actually be doing anything.
Come now. Countless hours have been spent building and readying the reactor. True, you have endured some of the more dangerous missions. Such is the price of... There is one more part for you to play. It is time to announce our presence to the
You've got to be kidding me.
Absolutely not. You are to be the director. We've prepared some remarks for you to record. Use the microphone here.
For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists. That we are among you. It is true. But it is not the whole truth. We're here. And we are your new masters. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after ensuring that mankind, we have no desire to interfere. Pathetic existences. We simply insist to do so would result your complete annihilation. Rest easy. Out of your control. And that mankind will thrive.
Well, that was... interesting. Perhaps not what we originally intended. But now it's time to make sure.
Right.
How would you feel about making...
There must be someone else you can send for whatever this is.
We don't have any other reliable above-ground operator. The radio station in Diamonds. If we'd like the people to hear what we... Before we...
Sure.
I've been assured that... Report back with...
Yes? Yeah?
You know, a shotgun's great insurance again.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Something for...
You. Well, I suppose...
Sure. Let's take a look.
It...
You hear about the battle between the Brotherhood and the Institute? The one at Bunker Hill?
Things with Scarlet didn't really, work out. But that's fine.
There's no reason to suspect Dr. City is in danger.
No wonder it isn't broadcasting at full power.
Courtesy of Diamond City Radio. Crawl out through the fallout is
Okay, let's try this.
brought to you by me, Travis, Local Minds.
Oh, hey.
Maybe this goes here? Alright, in you go.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
used to work exclusively on the synth projects, but lately I...
All maintenance requests should be directed to the facilities.
Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done then?
Uh-huh. Of course it is. Wasn't hard to do at all.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to question you. That is... I'll let you do. This, my friends, is the moment we've all worked towards. After all your effort, the time has finally come to start our reactor. No longer will we be forced to compromise to survive. No more will we need worry about outpacing our resources. My father and I couldn't be more proud of what you have helped us accomplish, and we look forward to achieving even greater things in the future. The Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you. All of you.
Sean.
It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of...
Sure.
Look, what...
We're all responsible for this success.
Spoken like a true leader.
Uh-huh.
There's more work to be done before... The Directorate has convened a meeting.
Take good care of yourself. You won't have to see too much of me.
I apologize for any disruptions that my work might cause you.
Higgs and Loken are lucky to be alive. Not everyone.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the Facilities Division immediately.
Humanity's future.
May I be the first to welcome you, sir?
Right
We're
here.
looking forward to working with you.
Don't patronize me, Doctor. I'm the one in charge here.
Everyone in the Directorate has a say. Right now, we're all here because it's...
Let's not be dramatic.
There's nothing dramatic about it.
To bring you up to speed with the reactor...
So you're saying we can now wage war on the Commonwealth?
I don't think anyone really intended that as a course of action. The Directorate has agreed...
Sure.
Let's not beat around the bush.
As the incoming director, so, where do you...
If this has to happen, we keep the violence to a minimum. We're not out to destroy the Commonwealth.
Of course. It was never the intention to cause more harm. As director, it's up to you and how we'd like your input on what direction we should take.
I've seen enough to know that weapons are the key to winning wars. Let's focus on weapons development.
As you wish. The Advanced Systems folks will get to work immediately. Thank you very much for your time. That's all we have for the moment. I believe Father wished to speak with you once our meeting.
To be frank, I don't agree with Father's decision, but I'll accept it.
My compliments on getting B592 back to us so quick.
Apologies.
Have you seen J522 around? He didn't show up for duty today, and I can't seem to find him.
Apologies.
Everyone I've asked hasn't seen him.
Hey there.
Apologies. I have an urgent message from Z-114. Your quarters have flooded, sir. There is danger of extensive damage to your personal effects.
I'm busy.
This is a very, very serious matter. To avoid any undue tragedy, please see Z-114 at once.